Good morning, students. We'll continue this revision of this lesson, Evans Tries and O-Level. You can take out page number 86. On page number 86, paragraph number 3. Inquiries in Newbury throughout the afternoon produced nothing because this has been misguided by Evans. Injured, Evans was impersonating McCleary. Right? So he said he knows, and through the German paper and the correction slip, and he created such a scene that where he has gone, he knows. And finally, they come to know that I made you underline yesterday the line, it had not been Evans impersonating McCleary who had walked out, it had been Evans impersonating McCleary who was inside, who had stayed in with them. So this was the real Evans who was pretending to be McCleary and pretending that Evans has injured him and has gone as McCleary. Right? So trying to be innocent. The fish and chips were delicious, and after a gentle stroll round the center of Chipping Norton, Evans decided to return to the hotel and have an early night. Now Evans enjoyed his evening there, right around the center of Chipping Norton. And when he came to his hotel, a smart new hat concealed the wreckage of his closely cropped hair. You remember, he had asked for the bobble hat to be worn, so that the hair that he has shingled last night could not be seen. We remember that those curly hair and all were liked by one of the officers of the prison also. So he asked that, may I use this lucky charm to wear? And this way his plan had been going on and going on. And now when we move, he walked up to the reception desk of the Golden Lion. It would take a good while for his hair to regain its former glories. It will take some time for his hair to come back to that former glories. But what the hell did that matter? He was out again. Wasn't he the crucial? The important point is that he was out again. He has deceived all. He has played his part. And he was a bit of bad luck that when Jackson had pinched his scissors, for it had meant a long and tricky operation with his only razor blade the previous night. So the clue is here, that his hair he treated with the razor when the scissors were taken from him. So it was a difficult part, a bit of bad luck. Just think if Jackson had made him take his bobble hat off. That really had been close call. Still, old Jackson wasn't such a bad fellow. So he knew that they all have soft corners for him. There's a question in NCERT book also related to this, that I'll read that also in the middle of the lesson. While we condemn the crime, we are sympathetic to the criminal. Is this the reason why prison staff often develop a soft corner for those in custody? We'll answer it, we'll discuss this answer. But yes, of course, they develop some sympathy when they tell their stories of bad lucks and how they had fallen into the trap of, or when did they fall into the trap of these crimes. And also often the staff members, they develop a sympathetic little approach. That really had been a close call. Still, old Jackson wasn't such a bad fellow. So he knew this thing that they are not bad fellows. One of the worst things funny really had been the bed. He had always been allergic to sticking plaster, and even now his chin was irritatingly, reddish and sour, and irritation signs could be seen on his chin. So he had applied the bed with some glue. This also he managed. You can underline these points. I'm on page number 87. The receptionist wasn't the same girl who had booked him in, but the change was definitely for the better. As he collected the key, he gave her his best smile because today he was very happy. He has run away from the jail and his plan has been very, very successful. He gave her his best smile, told her he wouldn't be bothering with the breakfast, ordered the Daily Express, and asked for an early morning call at 6:45 a.m. Tomorrow was going to be another busy day. He whistled softly to him as he walked up the broad stairs. He had sort of liked the idea of being dressed up, right? Being dressed up. I missed the line. Yes, it had been jolly good idea. He whistles, let me read the paragraph again, right? As he collected his key, he gave her his best smile, told her he wouldn't be bothering with breakfast. He didn't want any breakfast, and ordered the Daily Express and asked for an early morning call at 6:45 a.m. Tomorrow was going to be another busy day. Again, tomorrow he is going to do something fishy, or there is a clue what is he going to do. He whistled softly to himself as he walked up the broad stairs. He had sort of liked the idea of being dressed up as a minister dog collar and everything. And he had liked this idea of changing himself and dressing himself like a person who has come to invigilate. And yes, it had been a jolly good idea for McCleary to wear two black fronts, two collars. But that top collar, it had kept on slipping off the back stud and their back button, and there had been one panicky moment when McCleary had just got his hand up to his neck in time to stop the collar springing apart before Stephen. So this all has been done as a plan. The clothes have been changed, the hair have been adjusted the last night only, and he has kept few things and many other things which this part of the lesson reveals. So everything else had gone beautifully though. In the car, he had found everything they had promised him. So in the car, he had got everything: soap, water, clothes, map. Yes, the map, of course, the Ordnance Survey map of Oxfordshire. He had got some good friends, some very clever friends. Christ, a beautiful thing he had in his life for his friends. Right, he unlocked his bedroom door and closed it quietly behind him. And here the twist in the story, dear students, takes place. That when he went into his room, sitting on the narrow bed was the very last man in the world that Ivan had expected or wanted to see, and it's not worth trying anything, said the governor quietly. The governor was sitting in his room, in his den, right? So this was the twist in the story. Evans was visibly shaken. He was badly shaken now. He sat down slowly in the only chair and the room could offer. For several minutes there was silence, and you can see page number 88. This is that part of the lesson, dear students, that reveals those secrets and plans that he has taken, right? So, for page number 88, and you can see the picture also. The governor is sitting and asking his questions. The picture depicts this thing. Finally, he spoke. It was that bloody correction slip, I suppose. Now, Ivan spoke. Finally, I make out that correction slip. Well, if the governor failed to mask the deep satisfaction in his voice, there are few people who know little German. So he wanted to say that there are few people in the world like yours and mine where we are part of. Few people know German. He wanted to say, I know little German. Slowly, very slowly, Evans relaxed. He was beaten and he knew it. Now Evans was beaten and he knew it, right? And managed to smile ruefully in a pitiable manner. His smile was quite regretful. You know, it wasn't really a mistake. You see, we hadn't been able to fix up any hotel, but we could work. We could have worked. We could have worked that some other way. No, the really important thing was for the phone to ring just before the exam finished to get everyone out of the way for a couple of minutes, so we had to know exactly when the exam started. Didn't we? So these are the points where our answers lie. And like a fool, I presented you with that little piece of information on a plate. And how foolish I had been, Evans. I presented you the little piece of information in the form of the correction slip. Right? Now, well, somebody did. So you see, sir, that correction slip killed two little birds with a single stone. It had hit both of us. Didn't it? It helped you to reaching to me, and it has spoiled my plan completely. absolutely. The name of the hotel for me and the exact time the exam started. The governor nodded. It's a pretty common word. Good job. It is pretty common, sir. I had never have known to come to. Would I? Now, what was the thing that was, helping out? The thing was that it's a pretty common word. Good job. Dear students, we'll continue this. Just a minute. Yes. Let us continue from here. That this correction slip had the names, Zam, Golden Lion and all. So this correction slip, children, how it hit both the people. It helped Vance to run away. But again, that helped the governor to catch hold of. So this way, when we move further, the governor nodded. It is pretty common word. Which common word they are talking? Good job. It is pretty common. And the nice name, those Zam, Golden and Lowen. How did you know which Golden Lion it was? There are hundreds of them, Golden Lion hotels and places with this particular common name. So the governor said, Evans said, there are hundreds of them. How did you know I am here? Same as you, Evans. Index number 313. Center number 271. When your friend invigilator was making you take the exam, he was giving you the instructions, and there was, if you remember, dear students, this number was discussed. Write your code, write this subject code. So 313 index number, center number 271. I hope you remember, children, this number which was instructed in the form of dialogue. Remember or not?
Yes, ma'am.
So this was the guideline to events in the jail where you have to go when you run. Yeah, you are right. We had hoped you would run off to Newbury. And Newbury was being searched and all. So if you remember, the governor stood up. Tell me one thing before we go. How on earth did you get that blood to pour over your head? The most important part, how did you get that blood over your head? Ivan suddenly looked a little happier. Now he's very happy that at least I have beaten you. Like he was feeling successful, that at least there is something you don't know. Right? So Dan suddenly looked a little happier. Clever, sir, very clever. That was, wow, to get a couple of pins of blood into a cell when there's none there to start off with. And in that too, in the cell of the jail and in the custody of jail people. So, shall we say get searched before he comes in? Yes, sir, you can well ask about that. I don't know if I ought to tell you. After all, I might want to use that particular. Now, there is this paragraph tells us that where there is no one to provide you anything, and you are able to arrange this blood and spread it on your body or face and all. Anything to do with the rubber ring for piles, perhaps? Anything related to, now this governor asked, that was that rubber ring responsible for this blood and all? Evans grinned feebly. He showed smile. Clever, though, wasn't it? Right? Must have been a tricky job sticking a couple of pins. No. He says, no. You have got it wrong, sir. You have got it wrong, sir. No problem about that. And he tells, it's the clotting you see. That's the big trouble. We got the blood easy enough. Pig's blood it was from the slaughterhouse of Kidlington. But to stop it clotting, you have got to mix with your actual blood. Right, dear students? So this way he reveals what has been done. And he also tells that with 1/10 of its volume, like with the actual blood, you have to mix it, right? But to stop it clotting, you have got to mix with your actual blood with 1/10 of its own volume of 3.8% trisodium citrate. Didn't know that, did you, sir? Did you know all these things? The governor shook his head in a token of reluctant admiration. He did not want to praise, but he said, maybe nodded his head and showed some signs, okay, like that. We learn something new every day. They tell me, come on, my lad. Now come on, let's go. Tell me, Evans, how did you manage to plan all this business? You have had only 2 visitors. I have seen to that. You have had no letters. I have got lots of friends. What is that supposed to mean? My German teacher, German teacher, it means to say my German teacher for a start. You mean, but he's from a technical college. The problem that lies here is, dear students, that these jail people, they did not check even the identity of his German teacher, whether he's a teacher or they just know that he's from a technical college. Did he actually belong to technical college? He was another criminal like Evans. So they did not work on all these details. That's why the term has been good for gullible governor. And same as the others. Similar approaches of other people, and is very intelligent, I should say, in a satirical way, his officers, Stevens and Jackson. Right? The van is out, and we are about to conclude this lesson, dear students. The van had come, and the pretty blonde receptionist with the golden hair was sitting, and Evans winked at her, and she winked back at him. It almost made his day. A silent prison officer handcuffed and recaptured Evans. And there is a van, and Evans is seated in the van, and an officer has packed him up and handcuffed him, and together, the 2 men clambered awkwardly into the back seat of the prison van. So, see you soon, Evans. Now, as if the governor is doing him and waving him as if he's his very good friend who he had met in the hotel. And he's saying, see you soon, Evans. It was almost as if the governor was saying farewell to an old friend after a cocktail party. Cheerio, sir. I was just wondering. I know your German is pretty good, sir. But do you know some more of these modern languages? Not very well. And he's interacting with governor. And Evans settled himself very nicely in this van and at the back seat and grinned happily. On the back seat, sorry, and grinned happily. Nothing really. I just happened to notice that you have got some O-level Italian classes coming up next September, that's all. Perhaps you won't be with us next September, Evans. Now this is all the conversation between governor and Evans when he's again running. The governor doesn't know. Governor is thinking that the van will take him to the jail and I have caught hold of him. Once again, he's going to run away. And James Roderick Evans appeared to ponder governor's words deeply. What words? Perhaps you won't be with us next September, because he is running again. And as the prison, and Evans answered, no, perhaps I won't. As the prison van turned right from Chipping Norton onto the Oxford Road, hitherto silent prison officer unlocked the handcuffs. Now, till now, right, whatever is happening again has taken a final twist, and that turn, that U-turn, that twisting situation is the officer sitting in the van relieved him, unlocked his handcuffs, right? The police people, they have handcuffs, right? They catch hold of a criminal with those keys and iron bars they have, and they lock the hands and also handcuffs, right? And lean forwards towards the driver. For Christ's sake, get a move on. It won't take them long to find out where we are. So again, his friends in the van had saved him. Where do you suggest we make for? Asked the driver in a broad Scots accent. Now make out who is this friend in this Scots accent. This is same friend who has come as an invigilator, who had gagged real McCleary and has come to the jail to take his exam. And with his Scots accent, he said, this man now is the driver of his van. And he said, where shall we move on? Said Newbury, suggested. And he again ran away. So there are some points which need to be discussed as summarizing points, dear students. We will be doing in the next class the NCERT questions along with the points which will definitely help you in preparing your exam. Right? God bless you all. Right? Take care of yourself. Fine. Thank you.